Johnny's Bar and Grill, Mexican and American cuisine with daily and weekly specials, juicy burgers, mouth-watering tacos, and more. 1519 West Highway 150 in Lincolnton.
Good evening and welcome into the Monday, October 27th edition of the WHKY News. I'm Rob Eastwood. Thanks to Jason Savage for filling in here at the anchor desk on Friday. Topping our news today, a man was killed in a crash on a Newton area roadway. Arianna Mack has the details.
Thanks, Rob. A Newton man was killed in a Catawba County crash. The deceased is 40-year-old Christopher Shea Hauser. On Saturday at approximately 9:10 p.m., the North Carolina State Highway Patrol responded to Settlemyre Bridge Road near White Oak Drive. A 2019 Nissan Altima traveling east on Settlemyre Bridge Road crossed the center line and collided head-on with a westbound 2018 Infiniti Q50. The driver of the Nissan, Christopher Shea Hauser, passed away from his injuries at the scene. He was not wearing a seatbelt. The driver of the Infiniti, a Newton resident, sustained critical injuries and was transported by medical helicopter to an area hospital. One adult passenger and two children in the vehicle were also taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. The initial investigation indicates that impairment and speed were contributing factors in the collision. Settlemyre Bridge Road was closed in the area for several hours during the on-scene investigation. No charges will be filed in this case. Reporting for WHKY, I'm Arianna Mack.
Thanks, Arianna, and our condolences to the family of Mr. Hauser. A suspect is being sought by authorities in connection to a hit-and-run collision in Caldwell County involving a cyclist. On Friday, shortly before 10 a.m., the North Carolina State Highway Patrol responded to the collision that resulted in serious injuries. 47-year-old Jimmy Mellon of Granite Falls was traveling north on the 400 block of Dudley Shoals Road on a green bicycle. Mr. Mellon was struck by a vehicle which caused him to drive off the roadway and collide with a tree. Mr. Mellon was then ejected off the bicycle. He was taken by medical helicopter to Atrium Health Carolina's Medical Center in Charlotte with serious injuries. During the initial investigation, a passenger side mirror that possibly belongs on a 2014 to 2018 GMC Sierra or Chevrolet Silverado was found at the scene. The Highway Patrol is requesting public assistance from anyone who may have been involved or saw something in the area of Dudley Shoals Road from approximately 12 a.m. to 9:50 a.m. last Friday. Those with information regarding the collision should contact the Highway Patrol at 828-466-5500. The investigation is ongoing. Governor Josh Stein has announced that the U.S. Department of Labor has released additional funds to help North Carolinians get back to work in areas affected by Hurricane Helene. Hickory Metro counties will receive some of the funds. The money is part of an original request from the North Carolina Department of Commerce's Division of Workforce Solutions in October of 2024. The new funds, totaling $4 million, represent the remaining portion of a $10 million disaster recovery dislocated worker grant that the U.S. Department of Labor initially awarded to North Carolina in 2024 in the wake of Helene. The funds were part of an original request from the Department of Commerce's Division of Workforce Solutions. Workforce Solutions will administer the new funding in partnership with 5 local workforce development boards, including the Western Piedmont Workforce Development Board that contains Alexander Burke, Caldwell, and Catawba counties. Through the federal grant, eligible residents are employed in jobs that support either cleanup and recovery from storm damage or humanitarian assistance to people in the affected areas. To apply for the Hurricane Helene Dislocated Worker Grant Program, residents should contact their local NC Works Career Center. Contact information is available at ncworks.gov. Much more on this at our website, WHKY.com. The North Carolina Governor's Highway Safety Program hosted a news conference on Friday to launch its annual Halloween Booze It and Lose It enforcement campaign. This reminds everyone that if you drink, never drive. Law enforcement agencies in all 100 counties are stepping up patrols and sobriety checkpoints to catch and deter impaired drivers before tragedy strikes. According to the North Carolina Department of Transportation, hundreds of people lose their lives in preventable impaired driving crashes every year. During last year's Halloween enforcement period, troopers and local police made 588 DWI arrests as part of the statewide effort to reduce impaired driving deaths. In today's crime report, both Arianna Mack and David Cedrone have details on suspects wanted in Burke County. In local sports, Jason Savage has local high school volleyball news regarding a pair of teams reaching the Western Regional Finals. In Community Focus, we will have features from Arianna and David regarding upcoming veterans commemorations in the Hickory Metro. We are on over-the-air TV every weekday at 5:30 and 10 p.m. on channel 14.2 and now live at 5:30 on the WHKY YouTube channel and at 10 o'clock on the WHKY Facebook page. We are also in multiple cable systems, including Compass in Morganton. I'm Rob Eastwood, and this is the WHKY News.